3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Red Hot Underdogs. I am AnzaK, and with me tonight, the ever-incredible, long-contained, often imitated, never duplicated. Put your hands together for Drewy.
Hey buddy, hey everybody, welcome to the podcast that is always in a fucking awful mood.
Yes.
Particularly after today. Look, I'm going to rip off the Band-Aid straight away because I want to get into happier pastures.
Yeah.
We're obviously Manly fans.
Yeah.
Our side shit the bed 19-18. We're now out of the 8. So not a good day if you're a Manly fan. A worse weekend if you're a Dolphins fan because they lost 66-0. So it's not all bad. But the only thing I'll say about Manly shitting the bed, we need a new goal kicker. As much as I love Jamal Fogarty.
We need a new bed.
Guy.
We need a new bed, you know? That's what I'll say. We need a new bed.
Need a new bed and a new goal kicker. Listen, he's been a revelation for Manly, just not in the goal-kicking department. I don't want to hear it if he kicks 6 from 6 the next week because we've had games where we kicked none from 3 against the Bulldogs, lost that one. Kicked 1 from 4, had 2 pretty easy goals to kick that should have won us the match. But listen, Cowboys hung in there. They didn't kick very well either. We shouldn't have even gone to Golden Point. They missed a very big sitter. So is what it is. They sucked a little less than we did today. So congratulations to the Cowboys.
It was. I'm just sick of those games. We spoke about this driving home where your heart is just racing the whole time and you're just like, and then you're like, you got a sniff of hope that you don't deserve. And then you bloody lose. You know? Agreed.
Listen, at 49 years of age, my heart can't take that.
No.
Give me the games where we're ahead by 24 or more. My wife always comes into the room and sees a close game and goes, oh, this must be a good game. No, not a good game. I want the game where my heart doesn't need to skip a beat.
Just want a nice, relaxing, big win. I don't want a close game. I don't want a close game at all. I don't want that. I'm sick of that. I don't want to win by 1 or lose by 1. We don't even know how to win by 1. We just lose by 1. Manly just loses.
So we've now got a record of, I think, 9 wins from 23 attempts in Golden Point. So
atrocious.
Not great if you're going to Golden Point. So that's terrible. Look, we'll have to work our way into the 8. I'm not going to speak too much more about this. The only thing I will say is just to carry on from what I said last week, the Fosball parade is over. We're down to business. No more honeymoons.
No more Fosball. It is well and truly popped. It's gone.
Yes.
There is no Fosball. It's over. It was a honeymoon period for a while. Now, forget about it. It doesn't exist anymore.
Look, the party is well and truly over. The other thing that we will get to right now, moving on to different pastures, is State of Origin 3, the Mighty Blues. Thanks for coming. We did our business up at Suncorp Library, not Suncorp Stadium, because after the Blues won, there was not a Queenslander to be seen.
No, they went home. What a match. I said how I watched it at the Oaks in Cremorne. And the atmosphere, like I'm a Queenslander, or I go for Queensland. I'm not a Queenslander. It's worse.
Yes.
But I tell you, I haven't experienced an atmosphere like that in years or any sport. It was absolutely next level mental. And that try right on the end, I mean, it was all over for the Maroons, but you're just cheering because it was great.
It was just a good finale. Well, people are cheering also because it's in New South Wales. And
that's why.
We finished off with a try at the end, basically, to be honest. It was the cherry on top. But Just a few myths that I want to debunk. There is no Queensland spirit. I'm doing a little Mythbusters segment here. There is no...
Yeah, Mythbusters.
There is no Queensland spirit. There's no New South Wales spirit. You know what it is? It's two sides with passionate supporters that just go out there to win the bloody thing. Let's just put an end to this whole bloody spirit because you've also got to lose as much as you win and have the same spirit. Anyone's a beast when they're winning something, but you've got to carry that through. So if Queensland supporters want to embrace that tag, they've got to show up to the presentation when you lose and not have this great big ocean of red and yellow seats. That was a little bit embarrassing, but I loved it from a New South Wales supporter's point of view. My second Mythbuster is that Billy Slater is a genius coach. No, he's not, because you don't split a series 1-1 with the great Laurie Daly if you are a genius coach.
Well, is Laurie Daly a genius?
No, far from it. I think the guy leaves with, I think, a 5-2 or 2-6 record.
2-7, isn't it? 2-7.
I think it's 2-6.
Okay.
It could be 2 out of 7. It's not great. This is why, whatever way you look at it, it's bloody abysmal. But Laurie Daly...
he's going off into the sunset a winner.
Yes, but he loved being the underdog leading into this because I tell you what, everyone was singing Billy Slater's praise. Now, I was listening to this podcast before, and these two palookas on their podcast were absolutely praising Mr. Billy Slater Deluxe. Very good coach. But they must have used the genius word about 5 or 6 times. And I'm thinking, after I listened to it, geez, guys, don't forget to do up Billy's fly after you're finished.
Oh, Jesus.
It was just a little bit too much for my liking. So there you go. And the other thing is the Queensland Fortress. That's becoming a myth now because they have now lost their last 2 deciders there and their last 3 games at Suncorp Stadium.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. The Fortress is no more. The Maroon Fortress has been breached.
Yes. The New South Wales Cockroaches are now squatting in the Fortress.
They're squatting. Yeah. They're in the.
They really
got through the sewage pipes. Hey, that's how they got them.
And
you know,
and not just squatting there because they're living there. They're hanging dirty, filthy, big shits in the Queensland Fortress. So it's fantastic. The other one I want to do another little segment I've got. The Queensland Complaints Department, okay? Now, listen, they had a try. Well, New South Wales were the beneficiary of a try that shouldn't have been a try. It was the Bradman Best try that went for 80 metres, came off New South Wales Jack Bostock when he went up for the ball with Queensland's Jojo Fafita. It bounced off Bostock. We spread it out to Best. He ran 80 metres, scored a fantastic try, which shouldn't have been a try. But at the end of the day, New South Wales have been ripped off plenty of times. Queensland have been ripped off plenty of times. We're going to see this a lot in future Origins.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So that's one that you got to debunk, I guess. The other one, the other complaints department from the Queensland fraternity was Queensland played a better series. Okay, but they lost 2-1.
Yeah. Congratulations, you played a better series and you lost. We played better. Yeah, you lost. Yeah. That does happen, though. It does. Like the better team can lose, you know?
It does, but at the end of the day,
let me say it again.
Matter.
The team that played better can lose, not the better team lose, because the better team always wins, but the team that played better can lose. Does that make any sense at all? Yeah.
And it does. Look, it's like the hot chick analogy. There's a smoking hot chick.
Yeah.
And New South Wales in the series with a guy with two teeth, unemployed, lived at home in his mother's basement.
Yeah.
Queensland had the full head of hair, full teeth.
Yeah.
On $900,000 a year.
Yeah.
Lived in their own mansion with their own Ferrari.
Yep, Ferrari.
And they didn't get the girl. We got the girl. No. Unemployed, no teeth.
Bum. The bum got
bad hair, lack of hair. We got the girl. But look, the other thing is people go, oh, well, New South Wales only played better for 80 minutes and 20 minutes of the first game. This is true, but again, none of that matters when you win 2-1. So well done, Laurie.
Yeah.
And then the other things we can put to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, Nathan Cleary, you can say, is dominated an Origin, the world's most nauseating argument.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Man of the match in the first game, man of the match in the third. I'm not going to lie, the second game he was bloody awful, but so was the whole side. And he wins the Wally Lewis medal, and he had a hand in almost every single time New South Wales scored points in both the first game and the third game, and he was cool under pressure, kicking a 40-metre penalty goal from the sideline during the game.
Did you like that meme I sent you, the chin dozer, and you just see Cleary's chin just knocking all the Queensland players out? Yeah, anyway, here's the chin dozer.
I think Bonds could actually get something out of Nathan Cleary. Remember the Bonds man in the old advertisements with the huge chin? Nathan Cleary's your man, and he could play that guy.
You know what? I noticed this today.
You're welcome.
Bonds. I noticed this today that you always see pants be pulled down when people play rugby league.
Yes.
And I noticed one of the Manly players had budgie on his undies. Do they all wear that? Like, is that product placement? Like now, or no?
No, look, there are those special budgie smuggler undies. No, it's not product placement. It's just luck of the draw.
They don't all wear budgie undies.
No.
Well, I'm not saying.
Not that I've been looking.
Not that I've been looking too. I have been looking too, but I'm saying.
Well, apparently you were.
Well, I was because because the person that gets his pants down or pants pulled down is often the person with the ball. So you're looking at them and they get their pants pulled down, and then you saw this big thing that said budgie, like budgie smugglers, and I'm just like, wow, that's an opportunity to if Tradie or Budgie or Bonds gave all rugby league players undies and they said, look, here's some undies, wear them on the match, how much exposure are these undies gonna get? That's all I'm saying.
Look, they will. It's a weird tangent, but I guess in that particular instance, there was a crack in the attack, not a crack in the defense, but all good.
Yeah. Look, it's great marketing. It's great marketing.
It's marketing. Mate, you go down some weird freaking rabbit holes, let me tell you. But hey, don't worry. I'm here for the ride. And I think that's about it really for Origin. Okay.
Moving on.
The only other thing I want to say, because I'll get a few last things in.
Yeah.
Also, thank God New South Wales won, for the sake that, I'm sorry, people might not agree with me, but I've actually lived the experience, and I'm sure you may or may not agree, but whenever Queensland win a series, we have to listen to it on YouTube and in the media and on television for the next 3 weeks. There are the Maroon Marching Girls, there's the streamers, there's the ticket tape parade, there's the Queensland spirit. Now that New South Wales won it, it's thanks, guys, pick up your trophy, same time next year.
Yeah, okay. All right.
The only other thing that I've enjoyed out of it, the last one, out of my bragging, is watching all of the Queensland supporters crying and belly aching in the comment section, because Queensland supporters are exhausting, emotionally exhausting. They either need a very big cuddle or 24/7 praise.
Okay.
That's enough for me with the Origin. We're done.
All right, we're done. All right. Well, do we talk about the World Cup? Soccer World Cup? Football World Cup?
Yeah, we can talk about the World Cup. Okay. That's correct.
All right. So, most disappointing thing now in the World Cup is England are still in it and still winning. And I was upset to see that England absolutely romped it in yet again against Norway.
Yeah, look, I know England's existence in the World Cup still, and the fact they haven't been eliminated is pissing you off, which adds further momentum to the fact that I actually would like to see England win the whole thing now.
Disgusting.
Just to make you absolutely fucking nuts. And then put all of these loud, arrogant, obnoxious English people singing down the streets, all in one great big choir that absolutely nobody asked for or wants.
No, that'd be horrible. That's un-Australian. I just want to say that I made a short in our last video and I had like over 50 comments. Did you see that? And they absolutely hated it when I said, I really want England to lose and be humiliated. Okay, humiliated. And I still do. But I thought now I'll tell you a couple of reasons why, a few reasons why all Australians should want England to lose. Okay, I'm going to tell them to you now, Drewy. Number one, they are whinging Poms and they whinge all the time. Okay? I think that's a good reason. Number two, I can't remember number two. Number three is the most important reason. They always talk about 1966 when they won it. They go on about it. I lived in Britain, and that was 26 years ago, and they went on about it then. They're going on about it now. Do you really want to listen to these English people go on and on and on and on about them winning for the next 50 years of your life? Or you're not going to live that long, sorry. Do you want to, because you will hear about this win forever.
Look, I thought my egg and spoon race when I was 8 in 1985 was terrible, and I still go on about it to this day, but
you're frozen.
That wasn't 60 years ago.
Yeah,
that is horrendous. The fact that they... Okay, I don't mind if they win. It might be good. It's been 60 years between drinks.
Nothing would be good about the English winning. Okay, nothing would be good. As an Australian, nothing would be good about the English winning. And can I just say one more, because I cop so many negative comments for saying I'm an Aussie and want the Poms to lose. I even had someone in the comments, right, say, I'm Scottish, I'm a Scot, and after watching you two blokes talk makes me want to go for England. And I even replied, I said, what type of Scottish person, would see an Aussie saying, I want the Poms to lose, and then start going for the Poms? Like, seriously.
Honestly, I'm more perplexed at what kind of Scottish person has an Australian accent. That's a really weird part of Scotland. That's all.
No, mate, you totally missed the point. I need to explain it to you.
Okay. But no, I know. I'm sure it's a valid point.
No, you missed it. I'm going to say it to you again. Okay.
Okay.
In the last episode, I said, I want England to lose. I want them to be humiliated. Okay?
Yes.
And then someone in the comments said, I'm a Scot, I'm from Scotland, and after watching you and your mate, particularly you, wanting England to lose makes me want to go for England. And
yeah, I really missed the point big time. But
so
yeah, I've
now
got it
my
now.
point
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
and I said to this
yeah,
bloke, I'm like, go tell your Scottish mates that you want England to win because an
yeah,
Australian wants England to lose, and see what they say. Do you know what I mean? English,
yeah,
Scots, the Irish, the Welsh want English to lose as much as the Aussies do, mate. It's not just
yeah.
Aussies want the Poms to lose. It's not just Aussies. The only Australians that want English people to win are the Aussies that have some connection with England because they fell in love with one once in Manly at the Staying or something. That's it. That's it. There's no half sensible Australian that would go for England winning. Absolutely
Well,
not.
you know what? I might change my mind purely on the fact that otherwise I might have to listen to your feverish bullshit about England and being so emotionally in tune to them losing. I don't want to listen to that rubbish for the
No.
next 30 years because you seem highly charged and invested.
I
I
just
don't mind the passion. I
Yeah,
probably don't want to listen to it for the next 30 years, so I'll probably go for someone else. Because
good.
otherwise you'll be whinging as much as they'll be celebrating for
Well,
probably the next 30
mate,
years.
England are playing Argentina, and I tell you what, Argentina, Messi, they are just going to smash those Poms. They got that song, England's Coming Home, with the
Yeah,
trophy.
yeah, yeah, I've
Mate,
heard it before.
England's going home with nothing, and it's going to feel good and sucked in to all those Poms. Sucked in. I hope it hurts. I hope we look into the crowd and we see all those English people crying in pain. That's all I want. That is what I want. I don't care who wins
Okay.
it. I just want England to lose it. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
There.
On the other side of the ledger, there is France versus Spain. So believe it or not, there actually is another semi-final going on.
No, not for
Despite
me.
all the English.
I don't care who wins. I just want England to lose. That's me. That's me.
I would
That's
never have
that's
guessed.
yeah.
Wow, all of this time, I never guessed that you had said any of that. So yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Hey,
Go anybody that's not England. So
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
need to
Go
listen to
anybody
complaining
that's not
for the
England.
next 30 years.
The
That's
next 30.
beautiful.
But till we're dead.
Excellent.
Till we're dead. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's
all
true.
right.
Well, I'm going to live to 100. So, but that's
Good
just
luck
me.
with that. Yeah. Okay,
I,
next.
mate, day by day, I get closer every day.
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
do.
fulfill my prophecy.
Okay, next.
So, the other thing, just quickly, Wimbledon, believe it or not, has been going on.
Yeah, who'd have known? Who'd have known?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Unfortunately, it's the end of an
unfortunately,
era and a career for Djokovic,
it's
our
over.
mate.
Will
Yeah.
he, yes or no, Drew? It's a simple
Yeah.
yes or no question. Will he get to 25 major wins?
No. That's
Jeez,
it for me.
that was a quick answer. Will he keep going for the next, say, 3, 4, 5 years? What do you reckon?
I hope not. I hope he retires after this year. He's been a hero to millions of people. Now it's time to take the unselfish choice and be a hero to his family. I've seen countless documentaries of sports people trying to fulfill dreams and sporting prophecies, and sadly, sometimes their kids and their family miss out in the long run. Now, I'm sure he's a great father, but I prefer to see him retire. He's got nothing else to prove. Most majors ever with 24. He's done it all. He's won every major. You name it, he's achieved it, and he's widely considered, and there's no arguments, he is the greatest of all time.
And you think he should retire?
Yeah, absolutely. And
what is better, Drew, to retire now where he's making semis or to fizzle out?
Oh, I think while he's making semis, go out while you're on top. Now, this is crazy because he is essentially washed up to a degree. He's so much better than anything we have, and probably 85% of the players on the tournament, which is crazy. It's just the fact that people like Sinner and Alcaraz are beating him regularly now. So
Yeah.
he's not able to get to that next hurdle. But this shows how phenomenal a talent he has been. Greatest ever. At being 38 or 39 years of age and still making it to that point rather than being eliminated in round 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So it's been great. The final for the record is Zverev versus Sinner. So take your pick.
Yeah.
And just a quick shout out to the women. It was an all Czech final.
Oh.
It was the old mic drop final. Czech 1-2.
Czech, oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
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 So
1-2. Yeah.
Linda Noskova beat Carolina Muchova 6-2, 5-7, 6-3. Don't get me to repeat their names again, but
say it
well done, Linda Noskova, for winning the bloody thing.
What, so Noskova beat Muchova?
Yes.
Okay.
So well done, Linda Noskova. Finally, one thing I do want to move on to, speaking about retirement and old bastards.
Yeah.
Notorious Conor McGregor was notoriously bad today.
Yeah.
McMeatball showed that he is just an old man, and it's time to take the end off his name and not be Conor McGregor, but he's now Con McGregor, because he has conned the public the last 2 times. He has fought 5 years ago. He broke his leg in the first round. This time it was an old man's knee that blew out. Yeah. It's time for the ginger-haired, pint-sized leprechaun to call it a day.
And I did watch it, just the replay. So he kicked the air and he hurt his knee. So was it like, did he just kick too hard the air? Did he kick the air too hard? Is that the question?
Look, sadly, he actually missed with both kicks for a Holloway, and he tried to come out all flashy. But instead of looking like a professional, he looked like your Uncle Bert at a barbecue, trying to show everybody his MMA moves he's learning outside his regular day job as an accountant.
Yeah, but
and a fat accountant. But
20 years ago. 20. You know,
that's
how people,
right.
Yeah, like they show a kind of karate move they knew when they were a teenager, you know?
Yes. Back in the day when I did this, back in the day when I did that.
Yeah.
So, and unfortunately for the people there, they got a 69-second fight.
Disappointing.
So, you know,
and it wouldn't have been cheap, those tickets, right?
Your big star is finished now, so I don't know who else that they're going to get for a crossover.
Yeah.
But they'll have to get somebody.
Ronda's over, McGregor's over. That's it.
Yeah.
What do you got going on there? What's that? What's happening there?
Oh, hang on, wait a second. There we go.
What is it?
That's better. I had my daughter walking in. So she's only 19 months and it's a bit of a distraction. Always a lovely distraction.
Yeah.
Unlike Connor, she's fully functioning and normal. But you're right. The star power is done. The star power is finished. It's kind of like when you go to an amusement parlor, not even an amusement parlor, an amusement park when you're young. And the magic is there, the awe is there. It's like Christmas. Everyone's excited. And then you visit it later on and the Ferris wheel doesn't work. The bloody teacups are broken. There's no roller coaster. It's just a real shadow and skeleton of its former self. So, unfortunately, Mr. McGregor.
They're not going to have him back. It show's over.
On the bright side, he did make $15 million in 69 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's his birthday in 2 days' time. So he's got a fucked up leg and humiliated himself, but at least he made $15 million.
If you can only just buy a new leg, you know?
I think he needs to buy more than. I think he spent too much time like having that cocaine and being on his boat and living the Conor McGregor good life. But hey, all power to him. Yeah. The only one thing I will say about it is best he quits while he's behind, because this could start to become sort of a running meme. The more he fights and humiliates himself, the worse his legacy will become.
I kind of think this isn't going to be the last time we see Conor, you know?
And that's fine, but his legacy will just get worse and worse.
Yeah.
I'm not going to completely shit-pot the guy, because from 2014 to 2016, he had a phenomenal run. He beat Holloway the first time, which was this guy. He beat Poirier, who he lost to twice in his comeback. He beat Eddie Alvarez, Nate Diaz, and Jose Aldo was probably his crowning moment. Aldo was a phenomenal fighter that he beat in somewhat of, I think, 13 or 14 seconds. So he did have his moments, but that guy is long gone. It may as well be you and I in the octagon now.
Will he be remembered as the guy that kicked the air and broke his knee?
It's getting to that point. I don't think quite so yet. I no doubt his career and his legacy has been tarnished by his ill-fated comeback. But it'll only get worse if he continues. That's what I want to say. The only other person more clueless in the room were the supporters who paid for that rubbish. The cheapest ticket, I believe, was $950.
Jesus.
Good luck if you bought that ticket, and $5,000 for the most expensive ticket. You just had your dough well and truly burnt.
Furious. You would be furious, right? Absolutely furious. Okay, look, that's done and dusted, just like Conor.
Yeah.
What else? What else you got on the table, Drewy? Look, we got...
I just want to mention one other thing. The only person more clueless than Conor McGregor after the fight was Max Holloway, who goes to the crowd, "Hey guys, so he blew out his knee. How about we do this for a third time?" And everyone in the crowd's gone, "Yeah, I think we'll pass. We're kind of done with this chapter in our life." But yeah, so anyway, moving forward, I just want to say, enough of UFC. You've got to find a new star. The stocks are dwindling, as is this podcast. But look, I want to say once again, congratulations, Laurie Daly. I know I'm flip-flopping back to Origin. For a guy that copped so much bullshit during the Origin period, take your money, take your series win, and retire on a high note. I didn't want to see such a fantastic player as him go out on such a sour note. Like I said, I consider him one of the 3 greatest New South Wales players of all time. If he had have lost that series, life is a case of what have you done for me lately? And I think he would have been remembered as a really bad coach. Now his reputation is, pretty well intact again. So go out now.
All right. Goodbye, Laurie. Goodbye, the others. What else? We got 5 minutes, Drewy. Anything else?
All I'm going to say, this has somewhat been a retirement episode. Time for Djokovic to retire, McGregor and Daly. All 3 of them can go on a boys' trip.
Fishing trip.
Yes. Something that doesn't require much effort, because needless to say, they're probably all going to have to look after Conor McGregor. He seems the most physical liability. So they might need to bring a few ice packs for him. Even Laurie Daly's in better shape. So go fishing, relax yourself, look after Conor's leg brace, and I think you can all trade stories of glory.
Trade war stories as they fish.
Yeah, absolutely. A 3-way boys trip. So fantastic.
Drewy, what do we got coming up? What sporting events we got coming up?
Talking of retirement, continuing the retirement theme, we got Last Chance Saloon for Tszyu against Errol Spence, the loser that should retire. We know, and we've spoken at length about Errol Spence's decorated but troubled career. In sort of the interim, recent times it's been somewhat troubled and inactive. As far as Tim is concerned, We know he's lost his last 3 title fights in fairly quick succession. He's had 2 tune-up fights since then. This is the last chance saloon for him. If he can't beat a very washed-up version of Errol Spence, I think that'll be it for him.
Hey, let's say Tim wins this fight against Errol Spence. How soon can he get, or will he ever get, a world title shot?
Oh, gee, you know what? I'm going to say it could take about another 1.5 to 2 years.
Yeah, which he's young enough to keep winning for that long. Yeah,
he's young enough to do that. In fact, I'm going to say 2 years, and I know that seems a long time, but you've also got to bear in mind he was given those 3 shots in very quick succession when people didn't think he deserved it, and the actual practice of fighting and going through the rankings and whatnot probably suggested he didn't deserve it either, but he got it, I think, fully on the weight of his dad's surname, bringing in eyeballs, negotiations, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I know this sounds ridiculous, that watch this space for Tim Tszyu right now is much more exciting than watch this space for Jai Opetaia right now.
Yeah, 100%. This podcast went completely ape and ham on Jai Opetaia for the longest time. We covered him ad nauseum.
Yeah.
And rightly so, because he's our best fighter, easily, hands down.
Yeah.
And the whole Zuffa story was pretty big, but that's all died down now. And unfortunately, whether you like it or not, his career is sitting in limbo. And all these people in the comments section were going, oh, you haters, this and that and the other. Well, the proof is in the pudding right now. I want to be wrong and you want to be wrong, but it sure as hell doesn't feel like we are, and it doesn't feel like it's going to change anytime soon.
Who, Drew, has more of a future over the next 3-4 years, Tim Tszyu or Jai Opetaia? Who will see more opportunities?
Well, a bit's going to depend on if Tszyu wins on the weekend. If he loses, it'll be Jai.
Yeah.
If Tim Tszyu wins, I still think it's going to be Jai, but not by much, because I just don't think Tim's going to go that well from now on. And I hate saying that. I hope I'm wrong. But if they continue to win, I'm going to say Tim, because Jai is really stuck in the mud with this whole Zuffa fiasco. He's literally got to wait out his contract unless something massive happens. Me personally, Zuffa folds and that Jai goes back to just the regular rankings, and there is a case to be made that Zuffa might fold because it's not doing particularly well, but we'll have to see.
Do you think Zuffa will fold? Yes or no?
It's going to depend on how many really, truly great fighters go over there. It's all very well to get average fighters over there and pay them big. So there you go. There's my answer.
Okay, you're breaking up.
Decrypt that any way you want. No problem. Thanks.